Okay, so I quickly had to respond to somebody for that. So, if you're not hearing me, you have to select the pop-up. There's a pop-up when you click your audio file. Just select the audio, just select that pop-up and it's going to connect to audio. Can you hear me now? Hello, Finn, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Every other person from the group can join later. Now, what I say I'm going to be doing tonight is giving you guys a walkthrough on what I do when I want to place a trade, like from the beginning to scratch. Like, if I'm going to place it by logging into my account and I want to place a trade, the first thing I do, the last thing I do, and how I study the market. Now, I'm going to be doing this based on the current. I'm going to be trading. Right now, I'm trading Bitcoin only as Bitcoin per USD. That is on BitMEX. I'm going to trade on this right now, which is XBTC USD. Okay, so we're showing you how I place my trade now. Let me show
Not yet.
Okay, good.
I can see.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, good. This is one of the analysis I did on Bitcoin a few days back. So, the first thing I do when I want to place a trade is go to the account. I look at the pattern, the normal pattern of Bitcoin right now. Like, I'm going to based on the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, I look at the support. I look at the movement of the market. Now, like I always tell you guys, you're going to be trading. You're going to be doing any trade. Try to trade according to market. Don't trade against market. Don't trade because I want the price to go this way. Then you probably you want the price to go up, then you have to long. If you want the price to go up, you want to go down, you have to short. You don't determine the market. The market determines what you do, right? So if you're going to place a trade, you have to determine. Study the market. Okay, where's the flow? Where's the flow of the market right now? Where's the price flowing up to right now? Like, right, if you're looking at the current chart on the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin right now, we're having a higher low, we're having a higher low, we're having an uptrend right now. On the long term, anyway, if I switch to the 1-hour chart, okay, on the 1-hour chart right now is consolidating. Now, you try to get what I'm trying to explain. On the 4-hour chart, which is the long-term chart, Bitcoin is actually on the uptrend. And that could determine if you want to hold a short on the long term. Now, if you're looking at the short on the 1-hour chart, which I actually use for my own short-term, long-term, short-term trading, Bitcoin is consolidating at the moment around this region, the 8,600 to 9,700. That's where between the range. That is where Bitcoin is right now. I've used the horizontal line. Now, Bitcoin is having a major support around this area. Is having a major support around this area. That's the averagely around the 9,000 region. So we're going to be trading right now because Bitcoin is having a more or less a consolidation around this area. What I'm going to be doing is not when you have a consolidation in markets, you're not going to be entering a long-term trade. It's going to be a short-term trade, like probably 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, just a day trading. You know, if you want to make profit, like, okay, and that's how I should explain it. It's for you to make, if you're doing a day trading, like what you want to do is focus on day trading. You want to make as many profits as you do. Like me, I don't trade all the time, but when I trade, I do day trading. And if I'm going to be doing long-term trade, I just place my trade and I have my stop loss and I can leave the market for a day or 2 or 3. And sometimes I just check the price is going according to my plan. And it's not going to already have my stop loss in place. Okay? So if you're going to be trading a short-term trade, you're going to be doing we'll call it scraping. It's more or less you trading and making 20%, 50%, 100%, just make quick percent of the amount you trade with. Now, when I say 100%, I'm not saying 100% of the amount you have in your wallet. It is 100% of the amount you trade with. Many people don't get to understand that. They're like, when I say you make 100%, it's 100% of whatever I have on my account. When you make 100% on leverage trading like BitMEX, you're making 100% of the amount you traded with, not the amount you have in your wallet. If you're making 10%, it's 10% of the amount you trade. If you trade with $100, you're going to be making 10% of $100. And if you trade with $200, you're making 200% or 200% of $100. So that's the way it goes. Now, right now, for the trade is consolidating around this region. right now, if I'm going to be trading, I'm doing a short-term trade, which means I'm going to be entering. I'm going to be studying markets for what will happen within the next 1, 2, 3 hours, because I'm on a 1 hour chart right now, and the market is consolidating. Like the signal I gave in my paid group today, the reason why I gave that signal, you guys will note, and I will. Okay, now when I gave the signal, I said Bitcoin is around the 9,000. I'm going to be long in around 9,400 region, and I gave that signal when the price. That was when I saw that the price of Bitcoin is coming down. And the reason, if you note in the paid channel, I said something a few days ago that Bitcoin right now is following Ethereum chart, is following Ethereum movement. Whatever Bitcoin does, Ethereum does. But right now, whatever Ethereum does, Bitcoin does. And right now, that means Ethereum is actually outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. So you're going to be trading Bitcoin, you have to look at Ethereum. Before, if you're trading Ethereum, you have to look at Bitcoin. But right now, if you're going to be trading Bitcoin, you have to look at Ethereum. So with that right now, when I look at Ethereum chart and I see on my moving average is telling me it's going to be shorting. And now, if you look at the support region for Bitcoin since the dawn, if you look at this candle, it ended here around the 9,393. Also, we have another support here, 9,393. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm saying right now. I'll mark that support region for you. We have another one here. We have another one here. We have another one here. And we have that because I have this. We even have more than that. We have one here. We have one here. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 support. That is telling me if the price goes down, if this one is going to come down, this is major support because we have a major support around the 9,400, 9,390 region. So that's why I placed the what's called the call I made a few hours ago that I'm going to be longing Bitcoin at 9,400, and I long Bitcoin, and I made sure probably I got out of the market too early, so I was only able to close my trade at around 120% support. So when I placed my support, I already placed my trade around this 9,400, and if you can look at the trade right now, the price came down and it actually went below, but it and went back up, and Bitcoin has been up since. So if you place your trade around this region, you place your trade around this 9,407, and look at the price from there to where it is right now, and you long when I made the call, you have made close to about around 433% leverage, whatever amount you place your trade with. You look at around 400, that's a 4.6% on Bitcoin and 436% of the trade within the period of how many hours now? How many candlesticks? We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, around within the last 10 hours, I made about 433%. So that is one of the strategy I place in it. So the first thing you look at when you want to place trade is look at the current supports. Or right now we're having a trading to the sideways. So that's I'm looking at the current support. If you're trading, if you're having an uptrend, I look at the support along the uptrend. So looking at my trade right now, how I place my trade. Oh, good. How I place my trade right now is this. Let me cancel all the trade I have opened down so you can understand better. I'll have to do that to do them all over again. Okay, now I don't have any open trade on Bitcoin right now, my Bitcoin chart right now, and I already did my analysis on what's going to happen, what's the next movement. So the first thing I'm going to do is, since I already indicated my support which is around this area, I place a long. I don't want to place a long trade of about $200 at. I'm going to be placing it around 9,005. 9,005 region, and I long. I hope you all understand. If you don't understand what it means to long or what it means to short, go and check my videos on YouTube, and you can get to understand that. I will be going through that tonight. Okay, so I long my trade. Now you should always do. I tell you to don't always have your this summary. Always have it activated so you can look at liquidation. And my liquidation is telling me that if Bitcoin comes down against me and it's around $1,554 right now, I'm going to lose my trading investment, all my investment, because I'm using cross leverage. I'm going to lose everything. Okay, so I place my trade around here. Now this is on limit. If you want to use market means you're going to execute immediately. But I'm not using market because the fee for limit is quite lower than the fee for market. So I prefer using limit most of the time. And then if I have my trading profit, I normally do my what's it called? I normally use market, that is trailing stop. I normally use the trailing stop to take my profit most of the time. Just enter the amount I want to the what's called the margin. But it's going to take it at the market rate. With the fee is actually high, but I really don't care because I don't want it to go against. I just want to be in profit all the time. So right now what I place is the long of $200. The next thing I'll be placing is place my stop loss. Now if I'm going to place my stop loss, what will I do? I come to my limit, stop limit. Then I make sure my close on trigger is deactivated, because if it's not deactivated, if my trade if my trade gets bought, if this position get bought and it comes towards it, even if I open if I'm trying to do a conversion stop loss, that is the reversal stop loss, in which I'm entering more than my position, it's going to close all the trade and will not do the conversion for me. But if I deactivated this close on trigger, then it's going to come. If it comes against me, it's going to buy my position and take my profits for me. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I want to place my stop loss around. Now, another thing I told you guys is if you're going to be placing stop loss, make sure you place your stop loss. You don't place your stop loss too close to the support. Like look at the support right now we have is around 9,000. The current support right now, the short term is around 9,300. Now go on the long term, realize we have a support around, we have a support around 9,002. So if I'm going to place my stop loss right now, I'm going to place my stop loss around below the support region. The reason being that if you place very close to the support region or on the support region, Bitcoin can actually come, the price can actually come like this. This can actually come like this. It's your stop loss. It's your stop loss. Okay, let me place the stop loss before I continue with that. So let me place my stop loss right around 9,002. I'm placing a conversion stop loss, so it's going to be around 9,002. This is where this is the price is going to buy, and here the stop price. The price is going to trigger to buy. So let's say the price is going to trigger to buy to be around. If you're going to what I normally you're going to place the price to be trigger to buy must be you want to short, and I want to close around here. The price to trigger must be above here, not below. So the price to trigger is going to be around, let's say around. The margin should be very very small, 220 and 9,200 and let's put it to 9,240. So what I'm trying to say is, if the price hits 9,240, it's going to trigger, and once it hits 9,236, it's going to buy. So I'm going to place a short of, I'm using conversion right now, so let me say $400. I'm placing a short of $400 when it reaches that price. That is, what I'm predicting is Bitcoin price is going to keep coming down. And another thing I normally do, if you're going to adjust, probably when I place my trade, I'm like, oh, it's too far. I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to adjust my what's it called? Sorry. I'm going to adjust this. Make sure once you adjust, you come to your stop tab, and make sure you adjust the price here as well. Because if you don't adjust the price, it's going to affect. It's going to trigger, but it will not execute. You don't adjust the price. So the best thing for you to do, if you adjust your if you are just using the normal indicator here, you have to come back here to adjust it. So my trigger price is around 9,000. Oh, sorry, it's around 9,208, and I have to adjust this one to come to below that price, which is let's say 9,200. So my short trade is set. Now, another thing I do after doing that is I place my target. That is, if this trade actually go against me and it comes to my stop loss, I hit my stop loss, then I want it to execute. The next thing I do is come to my limit. I come to my limit and enter. Let's say I want to long it again. I'm going to long 200 at. I'm going to long 200 at 9,000. Let me look at 9,000. So what I'm saying is I'm placing multiple trade on this chart right now. That's what I'm saying. If the price actually come against me and hit my stop loss, and the price keep going down, once it gets here, it's going to execute and close my trade. So I'm going to take my profit. In this kind of scenario, is like you're losing right now. If you look at the margin between here, if the price goes against you, you're going to lose whatever you traded between here and here. But when it converts and goes below and gets to this point, you're going to be gaining more than what you lose. So that's actually one of my basic strategy. That's one of the basic strategy I use in trading. So, and another thing I do is, okay, place my long trade. I want to go long. That is, if the price does not come here to hit my target, I look at the support again. Now we have another the short-term support from since 30th of May has been the 9,800. I'm going to be placing another trade at 9,800. That if this can hit 9,800, it should long for me. And I'm going to do the same thing I do here. I'm going to do it here, which is go back to my stop limit. You can also use stop market if you want. I try using stop limit. You can come here and say at 9,800. You can hit 9,800. You should place a long trade for me. A long trade of over 1,000. Let's say 1,000 contract. That's $1,000 contract. To place a long trade for me, and it's going to hit that trade when it's going to hit 940. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. So that's what I do majorly. You understand how I place this and how I place this and why I placed it. This one and this one.
Mm.
Hello?
Okay, the stop loss.
Yeah, this stop loss and my target here. Do you understand how I place the trade and why I place the trade?
No, we stopped at the stop loss.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Let me cancel it and do it again. I think the time ran out the other time. Okay. What I'm saying is, right now, Bitcoin is consolidating. The price is between the fight is between bears and the bull right now, which is telling me the price of Bitcoin. What I'm actually trying to do now is, I'm not even doing much analysis, but I'm waiting for the breakout. Either breakout to the upside or breakout to the downside. What I mean is, upside means the bulls are winning. Downside means the bears are winning. That is, the price is going down. Upside means the price is going up. So waiting for, I already placed a strategy. I already placed a trade for downside movement right now. In case the price goes down against me, this is the trade. Now, in case the price now goes up and did not come down, I'm going to place another trade right now above my support. The current support right now is around here. The current support right now is around here, which is around the 9,887 region. That's the marginal support, like, yeah. The average support is around the 9,860 region right now. That's the current support. So I'm going to be placing my trade. I'm going to be placing my trade around here, which is around the 9,974. So what I'm saying is, if Bitcoin price hits 9,974 and goes above that, it's going to place a trade for me, a $1,000 contract for me at 9,000. 9,735. Oh, sorry. I just entered the wrong one. It's going to execute immediately. So be very, very careful. You have to look at your this thing when you're entering your market. Make sure you're entering the correct value when you're placing your trade. You won't just enter a trade that will go against you immediately. Okay. Now I'm saying if the price hits 9,827.5, it's going to trigger because I'm using limits. It's going to trigger this trade, and once it hits 9,850, it's going to stop. And one thing you should notice: once your trade triggers, you can't edit it. I mean, you can adjust it. You can't change. You can't change the this thing. You can't change your execution value again. So what I can do right now is, because it's around the support region, right? I'm going to place a bit above the support region. The reason why I have to place a bit above the support region is Bitcoin can be very funny. The exchange market, they can be very funny and they can be tips sometimes. So if you don't place that, if you don't place above the support region, Bitcoin can come to your support region like this. It can come here, and come here, hit this, and come down again, and start coming down. Before you now start coming and come probably consolidate again and keep coming down. If you place it close to your support, it's going to be this is very, very risky for you. It is very, very risky. You're going to be placing a trade around the support. So that is the reason why I actually prefer adjusting my trade and place it far away. I'm placing it far away from the support. Placing my stop loss a bit far away from the support, and immediately I place my trigger, my target also. I'm placing my target right now to be around 10,050. After around 10,050, I'm placing a short trade of 1,000. And always check your liquidation and everything to make sure you're on good track before you place that trade. So what I'm saying is, Bitcoin each here and comes above it get here is going to trigger, it's going to execute it here and take profit. Now, if the price comes down, then I'm good to go. But if the price keep going up, then you can still trade. You can still trade along the what's called. If you're going to FOMO into the market, you can still keep buying, but make sure you always have your stop loss. Now, the normal stop loss I do have, the one I use basically is the what's called is the conversion stop loss, because I really don't like to get stopped out and my trade is there, and I just have to. I like to have more leverage on. If the trade goes towards what I plan here, I'm in profit. If it goes against me, I'm also in profit. So that's the way I place my trade, and I hope you all understand what I'm trying to explain here right now. Do you have any question?
No, so far.
Okay, good. So that's going to be all for tonight. I would actually welcome anybody who have any question. Probably you've been trading and you're not getting right, or you're having some issue while trading, or you don't really know how to enter your trade. So you can ask your question right now and let me give answers to them.
Okay. This afternoon when you dropped the signal,
Yeah.
I was actually confused the percent of your position.
I didn't get that clearly. Sorry.
So when you dropped the signal this morning, was it this morning?
This afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah, around 12. Yeah.
Then you said the stop loss you placed was 150%
Yeah.
of your position.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I didn't really understand that.
Okay, let me explain that. It's actually direct. What I'm trying to say is, then what I have is I place a $200 long at this region, and I have a stop loss around here. I have a stop loss around here at $1,000. Sorry, I have a stop loss at $1,000. That's like 180% of of my long. My initial long is $200, and now I have a stop loss of $1,000.
Okay.
So if it's going to be, if the trade actually went against me in that afternoon and came down, and probably the price kept coming down, I'm going to lose the worth of $200, but I'm going to be gaining a worth of $800 conversion, because I'm going to be placing my close here around my target here I'm going to change it to 800. You understand? So it's going to be like 1,000 minus 200. You're left with $800. Then $800 is going to be your target to close. That's what I was trying to explain. That I only took like 60% of what I had of my initial position. Do you understand that?
Okay.
So,
okay. You entered at 9.
Entering at 9,004. My
So your stop loss was
around 9,001. 9,000. I think 1,001 or so. $9,200. Let's say it's around here. But looking at the contract, this is 200, this is 1,000, this is 800. Now,
Okay.
the benefit of doing it like this is because now the margin between here and here is like let's say the percentage margin from here to here. From here to here, I'll be losing. It's going to be about 175% loss if it goes against me. Now,
Okay.
I can add the leverage of shifting, making my my target smaller because my contract is more. Because what I'm trading here is 200, what I'm trading here is 800. From here to here is going to be $800 worth of contract. You get trading $800 worth of contract from here to here is going to be around $130, 130%. Now, 130% of $800 compared to 130% $200, you realize it's more.
Okay. Yes.
You get so 130% of $800 is quite more than 173% of $200. So even if the trade goes against me, I'm going to be earning more than I lose. Even when the movement is quite lower than my loss movement. So that is why we have to place my trade like that. Like, oh, my conversion is actually way more than my initial position, but it's closer to my initial. So in case this guy wants to play the market want to play the trick against me and try to, let's say the market comes like this, it came down to this region and I went back up. So I would have taken my profits here and made some profits. I would have closed my trade here and made some profits around this region before the market goes back up. Because it's possible for the price actually to come back right now. It's just eat your your stop loss and keep going up. And that means you're going to get trapped. It's going to affect you. That's why like sometimes I tell you, oh, I'm trapped. That's because when the market came down and hit my stop loss, it get here and it went back up. It did not hit my target. If it doesn't hit your target, you can get trapped. And that's what if you're going to be doing that kind of trade, if you have that kind of trade place, that's why it's best for you to have your other stop loss around here. Like I already have my stop loss. Okay, if it goes against me, I already have a long position to take. Now, this is like I always said, trading is kind of very, very, very funny and can be very risky sometimes. That's why you have to have you have to be very ready because the bank can actually keep it. If you're trading, if you're going to be trading support region right now, like consolidation movement. Like if you place your stop loss very close here, the bank can keep coming here, just keep eating it within this region, and it will close. And it won't hit your target, just be taking your profit and you can keep getting trapped or keep losing money. That is why it's best for you not to be greedy when you're going to be entering your target. Make sure your target is very, very close, like not too far away. Because if you get greedy, you can get trapped and you can lose a lot of money when you get greedy. That's why I always advise you guys, always have a very good trading habit. Don't get greedy when you're trading. Okay? So do you have any other question?
No. That'll be all for now.
That's what. If you have any question about your trade or your previous trade, just let me know so I can quickly, everybody can benefit from it. Hello, Evans. Okay, there's no question. That'll be all for now. Thanks for joining and thanks for listening. I hope this help you and open more insight on your trades, and you can use that all the strategies to make the trade better on every other trade. If you have any other question why trading, just let me know. I will give response to them. Okay. And if you want to join my paid channel, you can always message me privately, and I can give you details on how you can join my paid channel, and then you can get signals. You can get free easy access to me for any of the trade you have. Maybe having a trade you get tracked on any challenge you have in the trade, you can get that. And you can have, apart from crypto trading, I drop some other investment possibilities for people to earn more. And I'll be dropping one very, very soon tonight. Actually, I'm dropping one tonight on the paid channel for you guys to explore if you want. We have for you just to aside to market where you can actually trade and you can more or less invest and earn money. And if you want to trade, probably you can trade. You don't know how to trade. You can just message me, and we can open an account for you where you can actually we trade for you and you have monthly returns. So thanks for joining and God bless.